currently known to some people as ADD, but its full name is Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. And when referring to children, you can say with hyperactivity or without hyperactivity. However, when working with adults, it's called adult ADHD. Interestingly enough, though, just to clarify something, since this illness has become widely known more than in the past, especially with adults, it's not something that can just sprout up in adult life. To make a proper diagnosis, the clinician has to train back a history going back into early childhood years. And frequently, you'll see a long-standing history that went through the person's entire life. Many people who have adult ADHD are highly intelligent, driven, and have a desire to get ahead in life, but they've always had to work a little bit harder and frequently have met with failures academically, had to work harder than others. And somewhere along the line, they would find their way to my office or someone like mine if they keep meeting with persistent failures, lack of achievement in life, not getting ahead in jobs. And this all has to do with the underlying symptoms of difficulty with focus, concentration, mental organization, and maintaining a proper attention. Example, an ADHD adult might make an excellent salesman, but he might come to me because he's not making any money. And why is he making any money? Because he can't do the paperwork to get his commissions. He falls flat on that and he loses things, or he misses appointments. So it is definitely an illness that is, there is now evidence to show it's biologically based, that's done through brain scans with tracers, and it has to do with certain deficits in the neurotransmitter system. There's a common misconception that this is something that's just manufactured that doesn't really exist. Certainly by the time someone gets to see a person like myself who's specialized, they've had considerable life experience, they've been through other doctors, and it becomes a little easier for me because I can hone in right on the clinical symptoms, and you need to get the story of a person's life to make a proper diagnosis. There has to be a trend. And even though you can meet people from different various walks of life, even people who have achieved quite a few things in their life, I'm talking about like attorneys or physicians and other people who may be working people, there is a certain commonality in the symptoms. Also, if the person has a significant other in their life, remarks by a spouse, it's always forgetful. For instance, the typical stereotype in women of the so-called ditzy blonde might be a person who's easily distracted. An adult ADHD person, their mind never stops working. You can be talking to them and they could be thinking about 3 other things, and people might say, "What's wrong with you? How come not you're paying attention?" Well, they can't seem to shut down the other thoughts that they have in their mind, and they're distracted by them.